The AI provision, and somebody commented about this. So back in, I think it was May when they passed the big, beautiful bill, or June. Anyway, whenever that was, they had tried to sneak in this provision to put a 10-year moratorium on AI policy at a state level, making all of the AI regulation go through the federal government. And this got a lot of backlash. It got a lot of opposition on both sides, and they pulled it out. I think it maybe even actually got voted, like it was an amendment and it got voted down like 99-1 in the Senate, if I recall correctly. Well, now they're on the National Defense Authorization Act, the NDAA. And this is like, it's not the same as a continuing resolution, but it's the same in the sense that they have to pass it to like keep going. It's a must pass bill. So now they're trying to sneak this AI thing, and they're not being sneaky about it. I shouldn't say sneak because it's very public, but they're trying to put it into the NDAA, which is like a 500-page bill, as they always are. And this, again, would put the 10-year moratorium on AI regulations at a state level. And so there's a lot of pushback coming from my governor, Ron DeSantis. He's been very outspoken about this, and that it would interfere with states' rights to pass their own regulations. And there's a leaked today, maybe it was yesterday actually, that it came out. There's a leaked draft for an executive order. So apparently President Trump is preparing to sign an executive order. If this provision in the NDAA doesn't pass, he's prepared to sign an executive order. Now, an executive order isn't enforceable like legislation is. So if it was passed in the NDAA, that's a law and that's enforceable, but through an executive order. So what he's trying to do with this executive order is set up something in the Department of Justice with the Attorney General, where they would litigate cases against states based on their AI policies that they are enacting. And the draft of this executive order says that there are, within the states, there are like 1,000 different policies that have been passed or that are proposed. And this executive order would give the Attorney General's office the ability to go out and sue states that have policies that are not in alignment with the White House's plan for AI. So that is actually, I felt like when I was reading through the draft of this executive order, and it hasn't been released. If you go to our Substack, which I will put up here on the screen, I just put out a Substack on this, and I've got the draft to the executive order linked in that Substack, and you can go read it for yourself. But the way that it came across to me was very combative, and like the White House is looking for a fight with states. And one of my biggest issues with tech policy is that I feel like we have a lot of lawmakers who really aren't very tech savvy. And so they're depending upon their staffers and their lobbyists and, this influence that's likely coming from big tech and to make policies. And they don't really understand the consequences of the policies that they're enacting. Plus, as we know, because of the sewer that is our government, a lot of these things are negotiated for, if you vote for this policy, we'll do this for you and your campaign and your family. So it's very concerning. I think this is really, the tech stuff is going to be a big policy issue as we move into the next year and coming years. And I feel like our lawmakers are like 2 decades behind. Like they're going to regulate MySpace. That's kind of like where they're at in their minds. And technology has advanced so far beyond where they are, and what their understanding is that it is kind of scary, from a citizen's perspective, I think. So I'd be curious what you guys think about that.